Coming up, we'll see the AFC North champion Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Buffalo Bills, AFC East champs for the first time in 25 years. It's the start of the 2021 season, and it's headed your way next.
On a gorgeous late summer afternoon, it's time for football from Bills Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Brennan Gordon alongside, as always, my partner, Charles. And we are underway in Buffalo. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They're led by their 6-year quarterback out of North Dakota State, a former Pro Bowler, Carson Wentz.
And when you look at him, you see that he's got all the tools you want in a quarterback. The big frame, the quick release, strong arm, has escapability. The issue sometimes, tries to do too much instead of just taking the throws that are available to him, and occasionally turnovers get him into trouble.
Now a throw here to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Wentz to throw. Looking deep for Hilton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Wentz now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by their Pro Bowl quarterback. 3rd season now out of Oklahoma, the former #1 overall pick, of course, Kyler Murray.
And when you have a guy like Kyler Murray under center, it not only opens up your playbook, it allows you to draw up even more plays because he's among the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the league and a true playmaker. If flushed out of the pocket, he might even be more dangerous. The next step for him, being able to throw on rhythm and deliver from the pocket.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Murray. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Murray now. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Wentz. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. First down, here's the run with Cook. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing is Wentz. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Play action. Now Wentz. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Jay Tufele brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Well, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Jackson now to return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. On the handoff, Dillon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd down and 4, Murray. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. Murray flips this forward on the jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Murray going to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Montez Sweat. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one caught by Cameron Brain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Wentz. It's complete to Cook. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dalvin Cook, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bills are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Well, CD, with receivers, we talk about their speed, great hands. It's tough to quantify elusiveness, but they say he has great elusiveness, and he showed it right there with a run after the catch.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows to 10-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Jackson now to return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
On 2nd down now, Dillon, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. To throw, it's Murray.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Play fake. Murray. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Logan Wilson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray.
That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble.
To throw is Murray. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot him.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills.
And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw into the hands of Cobb.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run the counter with Cook. Oh, look at the juke. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings feature back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. Second in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
On first down, Wentz. Caught by Cobb. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Handoff comes to Cook. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Wentz.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center.
And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And break. The tight end's got it. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Murray now to throw.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing again, Murray.
There's the first NFL catch for the first rounder, Jalen Waddle.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. They go screen with Dillon. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
On second down, Dillon.
And he'll go down at the 28.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And I think really good defenders can sniff out those screen passes. Just something that they can feel, something that they can sense about how the quarterback drops back or how the linemen are just a little slow to block the oncoming rushers. He read it perfectly. Got in there and made the play.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Murray now.
There's Trimble, the tight end.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. From the gun, Murray. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Chris Jones forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
One of the better defensive linemen in the league, can be absolutely dominant at times. Chris Jones has been a Pro Bowler each of the last 2 years. In 2020, just 7.5 sacks. But he did have a career high of 15.5 just 3 seasons ago in 2018. He and Frank Clark provide excellent pressure against opposing quarterbacks.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So a conservative decision there, but it does put them on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz caught left side by Cobb. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Looking deep for Hilton. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Throwing now is Murray. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. A give. This is Cook. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. From midfield, here's Wentz. That's complete to Cobb.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
They'll run on first down. Cook. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Jalen Phillips
in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Murray now on first down. That caught by Tremble. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now Murray off play action. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 42. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Murray. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one, maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And how about that for just running out the clock?
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
We've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start out in Indy. Seattle in town for the season opener against Indianapolis. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
He was looking for Jalen Waddle there.
And it's third down. He's going to go up top again. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats.
Now Murray again. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown.
Tommy Tremble
with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Lutz good on the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the third. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
64 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. On On 2nd and 2, Wentz. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. Steps away to his left. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And Wentz going to slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Wentz now on 1st down. Looking left sideline, incomplete. 2nd and 10, we're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? Now Wentz. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick here is good. And the Bills have taken the lead. So a response there to the touchdown, the opening drive of this 3rd quarter, as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think he'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this, it just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Murray going to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, You're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out, and his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's toppled the century mark already, receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Wentz going to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. To throw is Wentz. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Peyton Turner brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center.
He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just wanted you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Murray now to throw. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Just keep going. It's all
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Dillon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
We got this.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, A lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray.
That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble.
And in for the Steelers, touchdown.
Tommy Trimble
making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They run. Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Here's Tressway now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center.
They now have the lead. They were losing at halftime, but this guy right here, he's looked pretty sharp, especially in this 3rd quarter.
The halftime did him some good. I mean, when you look at it, being able to come out and play this well in the 3rd quarter, that knowledge he gained in the 1st half has carried over and helped elevate his play in the 3rd quarter.
He's got the 2 touchdowns in this 3rd quarter alone. He'll be looking for a 3rd down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for the 1st with Dillon.
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former 1st-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. He's hoping to channel his 1st half play. They had the lead at halftime, was playing well. Flip the script here in the 3rd quarter a little bit.
I think he misses the Pee-wee days, you know, when you just got the orange slice at halftime, right? And remember, weren't any real adjustments then, right? You weren't looking at some tape, right? You weren't looking at stuff off of the surface tablets. You just went back out and played. Right now, maybe the adjustments have caught up to him.
We'll see. Maybe he just needs a couple orange slices here for this drive. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. Shifts by him, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. From the 44, Wentz. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Oh, able to avoid him. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Again, it's Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. The Bills on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook.
And he is going to have a Bills first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
Someone's been having a good game so far. And you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. He's going to try and go deep again.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
2nd and 10. They give to Dillon out of the gun.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
They run once more with Dillon.
Missed.
It will not go down.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
First down, Murray.
He'll get this into the hands of Dillon, complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
On the handoff, this is Dillon. Chris Jones on the stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Dillon.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. Caught by Cobb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Peyton Turner in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? 2nd sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Well, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Wentz throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The Bills on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and forever. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have fourth down to try and pick it up.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out.
But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now Murray's going to set up the throw.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
We play to win. Let's go.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Dillon.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Now a handoff to Dillon.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
They'll run here with Dillon.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
A.J. Dillon.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Steelers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here comes Cobb.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes about him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up and they tend to play well. This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. He's gonna let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. On second down now, Dillon. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Steelers, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year.
And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Las Vegas Raiders.
Meanwhile, for the Bills, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.